What's going on, guys? I'm sitting over here at the Walmart in South Bend. Y'all saw in the last video, make this a two-part video. Y'all saw in the last part where I broke down on the side of the road. I had 3 studs break off. Then the other 3 lug nuts came off, and I had 2 lug nuts holding that wheel on just by a thread. So I jacked it up on the side of the road, got the 5 studs of the lug nuts back on them 5 studs, and then tightened them down, and I limped it over here to South Bend Walmart. Stayed here last night, got up this morning, and finally found some studs at O'Reilly's. And then so I've been out here trying to beat these things out and everything, and one of my good old buddies, Tony, that I've ran with before, he came to my rescue, so he's over here helping me out. And gotta turn y'all around and let Tony say hey, if he don't mind. What's going on, Tony? Man, that's my brother from another mother. Man, I'm thankful. Guys, that's one thing about RV transport is we're a big family out here, and we get out here and help each other out. But anyway, I'm gonna turn y'all around. I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna let Tony hold the camera while I'm doing a little bit. So. But guys, what I done is took my front wheel off, and if you'll notice, these are the original ones. And I'll leave a part number. I don't know if it'll be part number for Amazon, but it'll be for O'Reilly's anyway. But you see, these got the flared ends, and whenever I was looking them up, nobody had these. Nobody. And so I told them it was for a 2012 Chevy Silverado 3500 HD dually, and that's what these call for. Now these right here, they're flat on the end, and they're like a 1/2 millimeter longer. They had plenty of those. So talked to Tony, called buddy C Farmer. And this is whenever C Farmer redone his, this is what he used. He replaced them with them. But these, if you look these up, you're gonna have to look them up for a 3500 single rear wheel. But they go in the same, they fit the same, they're just a tad longer. But in order to get them out, I had to take the spacer off the hub right here. These right here are the ones that broke. I don't know if that's zooming in. That's the one that broke. I had 3 of them break off right side by side of each other. So I took a big old 3-pound hammer. Let me zoom this out a little bit. There we go. Took a big old 3-pound hammer, beat it out, and then I took an extension and then drove it, finished driving it on through the hole. The only reason I had to use the extension is because they was broke off flush right here with this, so I had to beat them out. But in order to get the long ones out, in order to get the new ones put back in, I had to take this spacer off the hub. So the spacer, at least on my truck, to take it off, it is a 21 millimeter, and I will try to get a little bit of video putting it back on. So it's basically just vice versa, taking it off. But anyway, so what I'm doing now is I'm putting these new ones in. So I'm knocking them out one at a time. I got 3 more to go, and I'm gonna show you knocking these out. You gotta give it a heavy love tap, and then they'll knock right out. So you take the new ones, and what I do is I put a little bit of grease on here, so that way to slip it up. Then I got me some washers. I think I got about 6-7 washers. I think 6 of them will do just fine. Take these up, get you some grease, grease them up on front and back on each washer, and then slide them over there and stack them up. and then take your nut and then screw it down on top of there, and then hammer it down. I am using a this one right here is Tony's Milwaukee Fuel. It's the mid torque. I just went and bought this a while ago. This is the Milwaukee Fuel high torque. This one right here, if you get down on it, it will break those. So if you use the high one, just beware, don't get crazy with it. So, but I'm gonna show you the difference between mine and Tony's, and I'll leave a link in the description to both of them guns. So, all right, here you go, Tony. So, what I'm gonna do now is beat this one out. Just take my hammer. And that's all it is to that. There's the old one. So, all right, take the new one, give me some grease, lube it up, because that's what she said. Nah. Yeah. And then like that. Now the first one, you're not going to be able to put no washer on it. So just put that on there. Alright, this is mine. Now this one does have the 6.0 battery. I had the 5.0, so it'll be a little bit less power, but still do the job. These right here, these nuts are 22 millimeter. So just get them started. Take your washers that you got lubed up, slip them down over it. I'll take a couple off. All right, I'm gonna use Tony's, the mid torque. And I'll try to let y'all see it sinking in. You see that mid torque, it's pulling in pretty good. Take that off, add my 2 more washers. And I'm gonna switch over to mine. Now guys, on my battery, the 5.0, which is that one right there. And then here's Tony's, the XC 6.0. Now with mine, these was fully charged. But guys, it is cold out here. It's in the single digits, and these was in my toolbox, so they was cold. But I did take off 4 and put 4 of these back on with a charged battery, being it was cold. So if this battery was warm and fully charged, it might do the whole thing. I don't know. Guys, like I said, with this big one right here, you do not want to get carried away, because you will break that stud with this one right here. But all you do is just put it down until it's flush. Especially if you got grease on it, you'll see that grease splatter out, and then you're done. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. I'm not going to bore you with all of them. I'm just going to show you the one. But like I said, just beat them out. If they're broke off flush, get you a chisel or an extension or something, and then beat them out. It's going to take some good good heavy lug tap to get them out. They if you go back with the original ones, they're flared right here, and they're also, you'll see get Tony to hold the camera. You'll see the difference in the head style. These are smaller. So if you go back with these, you might be able to get them on and slip them through there without having to take the spacer off. I don't know. But like I said, you can see the head size on the new ones, and you can see the length. They're a little bit longer. So if you go back with these, you might be able to get away with it without taking the spacers off. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, finish this up, because I am cold. Tony is luckily enough to be staying with me until I get this done, and then I got about what, 2.5 hours to get over to Goshen before they close, to get my camper so I can get out of here tonight, so that way I ain't gotta stay here in the morning. But I'll get back with y'all here in just a little bit after I finish up, and then get back in the truck. All right, guys, so I got all them in except for one. One of these that I was putting on, guys, take these out one at a time. Do not take them all out at once, just in case you run into this problem. So as you can tell, I still got an old one right there. Basically, whenever I took one out, I put a few washers on, I tightened it down, let it squish in. Then I'd take the nut off. Then I'd put a couple more washers on and do that. And then till I got to about 6 washers. And what I done is I put too many washers on, and I didn't allow myself enough threads on the nut whenever I put it on. So I ended up stripping that off, and so I ruined one of these. And I only had 8 of them, exactly what I needed. So I still got this one that I did not take out. So do not take them all out at once. So I'm gonna turn y'all around and I'm gonna show you how to put the hub back on. Just take it, line it back up there. If you want to, whenever you take this off, I didn't do it, but you can take and put a mark on the rotor and the spacer. That way you know you're putting it back in the right spot. Take these little nuts right here. These are 21 millimeter. All right, guys, I'm not gonna bore y'all putting all of them on, but I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna put one on top, one on the bottom, and I'm gonna go and put all the rest of them on. Take you, let me find him. This is short, stubby, 21 millimeter. This one is a 3/8 drive, so I gotta put it up to a 1/2 inch to do that. Take this, put it on the nut. Y'all can see right there. Then, find my, okay. So then, well, I got the wrong one. Hold on. Here we go. So take your extension, put it through them holes. You got a hole on each one of those nuts. Stick it through there. Put my adapter on. And same thing, guys. I'm not going to get carried away, because you will break that. That's about all I'm gonna do. Then I'll come back with a wrench and do that. So just pull your socket out, go to your next one, put your socket on, put the extension through the hole. And that's all you gotta do. But guys, I'm gonna finish this up. I will go back and tighten them down with my wrench. I don't want to get crazy with it with that impact, because I don't want to strip anything or break anything off. Now if I was at home, I probably wouldn't worry about it, but here I don't want to take a chance. But I'm gonna get these put back on, get my wheel put back on, and then I got to get out of here. So, but I'll get back with y'all here in just a little bit whenever I get back in the truck. All right. Alright guys, so well it's actually a few days later, and as y'all can tell I'm sitting at home relaxing, but where it's nice and warm now. but anyway, I forgot to make I guess an ending to the video. I was, like I said, I was in a hurry trying to get all my tools and get the tire and all that stuff put back on, because I had to get over at the Goshen. Whenever I got that done, I think I had like, I don't know, it was about an hour, a little over an hour, between an hour and a half. I think I had about an hour and a half to get everything put up and back in the truck, get cleaned up around there, because I don't want to leave anything laying around. But and then get to Goshen and get hooked up to my camper and get out of the yard before they closed, because I did not want to be stuck there another night. Plus, because you had freezing rain and all that stuff coming in, and I did not want to get stuck there. I'm actually glad that I got out of there, because the next day they did have freezing rain, and then they actually shut the yards down for a while. So, but anyway, I'm glad Tony came and helped me. Tony, if you're watching this, brother, I appreciate it. I really do. C Farmer, man, guys, if y'all don't know C Farmer, go check out his YouTube channel. It's C space, or just like C, then skip a space, Farmer, and look him up. Man, he is a great guy. He had, hold on, let me get my finger out of the way. But he was at home, and he wasn't planning on coming up to get a camper until the next day. But man, he offered to go ahead and come up that night. He told me that whenever I broke down that night, I think it was like 12:30 in the morning, and he told me, he said, "Man, why didn't you call me?" And he said, "I'd have came up there." And I told him, I said, "Man, I ain't gonna bother you, and that early in the morning and everything. And now if I was to where I couldn't do anything, or couldn't get them lugs back on, then yeah, I might have, but I wasn't going to bother him and get him out like that." But even after I done got up to South Bend, and whenever, because I was having trouble taking the broken studs out, the ones that were still intact, those came out pretty easy, but the broken ones, I was having trouble getting those out. And and I was talking to him on the phone and everything, and man, he just kept saying that, "Oh, well, man, I'll go ahead and come up there and help you if I need to, and then I'll pick a load the next day." And I told him, "Nah," I said, I believe I got them." And because I finally got one out, and so I figured if I could get that one out, I could definitely get the other ones out. But guys, that just shows what kind of guy he is, and willing to, I mean, drive, what was it, man, from where he lives, probably, let's see, about 500 miles, or close to 6 maybe, and to drive up there to help me. I mean, that just really shows what kind of a person he is, and I consider him a good friend, and I mean, he's always been there for me whenever I needed him, and I mean, the guys, that's just what most of it. I mean, trucking used to be like that. Not just RV transport, but trucking in general. Man, people would stop and help you out, and if they see you broke down the side of the road, people just don't do that anymore. And I mean, I grew up in the old trucking days. I mean, I've been trucking for, I don't know, almost 20 years now. And before that, man, I've been in a truck ever since I was a little kid, and with my dad. But guys, that's what trucking used to be all about. But in the RV industry, I mean, it's pretty much the same. You still got people out there that they just don't care nothing but about themselves. And but I guarantee you guys, one of these days they're gonna need somebody. And but that's one thing I like about the RV industry is that, I mean, we're out here and I mean, we're like a big family. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, guys. I really appreciate y'all watching. I hope y'all learned something. I hope I taught y'all something. Leave me a comment if y'all have had to do this before. Hopefully I won't never have to do this again, but if I do, if you seen something I was doing wrong, something I might could do easier to help me out, leave it in a comment, let me know, and help me out and help somebody else out. So but guys, I really appreciate y'all watching. And that's, I mean, again, guys, that's why I carry all my tools with me. Everybody says, man, you carry too much stuff. Well, all my tools are probably about 100 pounds, a little over. I think it's 125 pounds is what I weighed them. Guys, 125 pounds, I take it all day long and have that peace of mind. So I don't know, but anyway. But that's just why I like being prepared, so, for situations like that. Hope I never need them, but one day you might. So, like I've always said, it's not if, it's when. The when is going to happen, and it's going to come a time just like this, middle of the night, negative degrees temps, and snow. And that's when it's going to happen. So anyway, I'm gonna get over here. If y'all don't mind, y'all hit that like, share, subscribe button. Again, guys, leave me a comment. I really do appreciate it. So we'll see y'all on the next one. As always, y'all be safe. Semper Fi.